We are in a full-out buyer's market in the city of Toronto and the surrounding areas. This is going to sound contradictory because the market stats that we just got from the Toronto Real Estate Board, they're showing something completely different. They're showing median prices have gone up month over month by the tune of like 3%. This buyer's market has been long overdue. Prices are definitely not going up. I'll explain why. I'm going to cut right through the noise. As always, I'll give you the 3 or 4 simple metrics you need to focus on to better understand the market today and what it's going to do in the coming months. My name is Vas, and I'm a real estate broker right here in the city of Toronto, where I help investors and families navigate this dynamic real estate market. If you find value in this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the video. First, let's address why the Toronto Real Estate Board stats are showing that prices have gone up 3%. So this is what's referred to in analytics as sales mix, okay? Let's say in August, we sold 50 detached homes and 50 condos. And condos are obviously much cheaper than detached homes, so 50 and 50. And then imagine in September, we sold 80 detached homes and only 20 condos. So detached houses obviously have a higher price point, higher average price point. So when you sell 80 of them instead of 50 and only 20 condos instead of 50, that skews your median price for the GTA significantly higher, although the detached homes might have been selling for less than they were selling in the prior month. Because everything is mixed in, the median price by the Toronto Real Estate Board is showing as it's gone up 3%, but really it's a sales mix issue. We just sold more detached homes in the month of September. So as I had previously mentioned, here is the price increase that we saw based on the median stats released by the Toronto Real Estate Board. Now, I do want to point out this sales mix issue typically does happen in the month of September, where more detached homes usually do come up for sale. So we can't have stats that are simple and that capture everything while looking at the nuance. So sometimes we just have to cut our losses and just look at data in the aggregate. This is what I'm doing here. I know that there's going to be sales mix issues, but when we're looking at seasonal trends, we just have to assume that at the end of the day, with the seasonality graph, we're taking into account the sales mix issue. So this is not so much where I'm concerned with the price going up. I'm mostly trying to figure out whether or not our market is performing relative to seasonal norms. So as you can see, in the beginning of the year, our prices went right through the roof. They beat seasonal trends because we had low inventory. And then we had this massive drop off into the summer. And, you know, as of last month, I thought we were not going to see this median price increase. And maybe I underestimated the resiliency of the market. Despite the sales mix issue, I'm still surprised that this happened. I think it's going to be short-lived, but it is interesting that our price appreciation month over month actually is back to seasonal trend. We're still netting less price gains since the beginning of the year. Right now, usually we're at about 11% net price gain. We're at 8%. So we're lagging by about 3%. But we are starting to kind of catch up to the trend. So maybe we are going to have another month of a slight price increase. I honestly doubt it. Being on the ground floor, seeing what's happening, getting lowballed on my own listings, and myself personally lowballing other people's listings, and some of it working, I just don't see how we have another price increase. But let's see what next month's data shows. Now, the price side of this of the market stats is the least interesting to me personally. I don't pay that much attention to it because I already feel that the price pressure is there. We're going down no matter what we're doing at this point. Here's where the story gets very interesting. So the red line is the new listings. So this is typically how many listings come on the market. So for example, usually in September, we get about 15,000 listings. This September, we got above seasonal norms in terms of new listings. We're at about 16,200 listings. That is not that big of a change, right? We're talking less than 10%. However, this is where the big problem is. Typically, the transactions or the number of sales that happen in September is about 7,600. We have only sold or transacted 4,600 homes in the GTA. And this is very concerning because every single month where we have this big discrepancy, this is one more property that wasn't sold that's likely going to be sold at one point, and it's just going to start piling up to the active inventory that's going to build up as less and less homes are sold. So this for me is the story here, mostly because of the divergence of trend. So to recap, new listings are growing at above seasonal trend, And sales, which should be flat, which should be basically absorbing flat, they're actually dropping. So we have less and less buyers in the market right now. The last metric I'm going to talk about is actual active listings. And this is the one I feel is most misunderstood, because a lot of times this is presented out of context, or it's presented by comparing active listings this year versus last year. Last year, we had record low active listings. Very few properties were in the market. And now everybody's showing, well, look, active listings have gone up 30-40% relative to last year. Well, so what? I mean, if you look at seasonal norms, usually in September, we have just under 19,000 active listings. And right now in this market, that's pretty much where we're at. So we're actually exactly where we should be in terms of active listings. The issue is people have gotten used to COVID, which distorted all of our data. And they forgot that 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, this is the normal amount of active listings that we had on the market. So I hope this helps. This is where the market is at right now. I expect a lot more downward price pressure in the coming months. We're going to see what happens. I'll update you in a month. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just feel free to text or call me, and I'll see you in the next one.